Okay, I think it is sharp 10 o'clock. Good morning, everyone. Already yesterday we discussed aircraft equations of motions. Some introduction, right? So yesterday we discussed aircraft equations of motion introduction. What is the purpose? Why we are deriving these aircraft equations of motions, right? We already discussed those things. Today, so for aircraft equations of motions, if you want to derive aircraft equations of motion, right? To derive aircraft equations of motions, yes, aircraft is not a small thing. Like it is not a single degree of freedom. Like if you take spring mass system or spring mass damper system or simple pendulum. So, but to write the equations of motions for this type of systems are somehow it is easy compared to this aircraft, right? But aircraft have how many degrees of freedom? Aircraft have total 6 degrees of freedom, right? 3 rotational, 3 translational, right? Anyway, just 3 translational motions, 3 rotational motions. So yesterday in previous class we discussed what are the assumptions. What are the assumptions? Because it is complex problem, that's why we are taking some assumptions to derive equations of motions. Yes? Are you with me, everyone? I hope everyone understand that concept, why we are taking assumptions. Yes, you can take without assumptions also, you can derive, but the problem is very complex. Yes, are you getting? So, to escape from that complexity, we are assuming some assumptions. Like, what about first assumption? You are assuming aircraft is rigid body. Aircraft is rigid body. What about second assumption? Reference frame. Reference frame attached. Reference frame attached to the earth. What about third assumption? Third one, flat earth model. We are assuming flat earth model. We are assuming flat earth model. So I hope you guys clear with these assumptions, why you are assuming this. Yesterday already we discussed. Yes, once again just revise those basics, like, okay. So first one is aircraft is rigid body, second one is reference frame is attached to the earth, and third one is flat earth model. Just assume this, and draw aircraft figure. So if you assume those assumptions, like just consider this is my aircraft, right? This is my aircraft. So here we need 2 reference frames. One reference frame, one coordinate system. It is attached to the body, right? So we are attaching that thing to the body. That is called body fixed axis system. What is that? That is XB, body fixed axis system. YB, and what about third one? ZB. Yes? Rotation along x-axis. Rotation along x-axis, that is called roll. Okay. So we are assuming, not assuming, just this aircraft is moving in translational and the same rotational also. So for this, we are assuming center of mass here, and this velocity Vc and rotation omega b, right? So already discussed this thing. Just once again we need this figure for moment derivations also. That's why we are drawing this. Just please be patient. We'll go for that. Okay, omega, angular rotation, right? So angular rotation, how you will represent angular rotation or Vc? Vc is nothing but, yes, anyone? Vc, your Vc is nothing but u I cap plus Vj cap plus Wk cap. What about omega? Angular velocities Pi cap Qj cap plus Wk cap, right? These are the assumptions. Pi cap plus Qj cap plus Wk cap. So very important vectors. Frequently we are using these vectors, right? Oh, sorry, here we have to frame, right? Just so what about one more thing? So if you want to, this is body fixed axis system. One more system we are assuming, that is inertial frame of reference that is attached to the earth, on earth. You can say on earth. An axis system is attaching here on earth, that is inertial frame of reference, your inertial frame of reference. So if you see that thing, just xe, ye, ze, right? Yes, xe, ye and ze. So I am assuming so small mass delta m here. Delta m mass S, and this particular mass have some velocity. Okay, I am assuming that is v. Yesterday already we discussed the distance between center of inertial frame to this particle is r bar, r vector r. What about here? This thing, this is RC. RC. So we are the distance between center of mass and this particular small elemental mass. I am taking this as r bar. What about that? R. Okay. So you can say by triangle law. I hope everyone remember that triangular basics, right? Yes. So it is like this. Finally, you will get this RC is equal to. So here you can write down. What about omega? What is velocity at center? So we can write in vector notation. So Vc is here. Vc is nothing but Ui bar plus you can take it a cap. Ua cap plus Vj cap plus Wk cap. Just don't confuse, that is W, this is omega. Okay, angular velocities. Yes, everyone. So this is Pi cap plus Qj cap plus Rk cap. Yes. Here we have, so already if you see velocity, you can take it as velocity components u, v, w, and angular velocities p, q, r. P is roll rate, q is pitch rate, r is yaw rate, right? From this, by using these basics and these assumptions, we are deriving aircraft equations of motion, right? So if you assume, you are assuming small mass, elemental mass, and finally you are giving summation, right? So if you observe, yesterday we discussed this thing already, so we done this thing, just small revise purpose. dv by dt delta m. What about final equation? Finally you are getting fx is equal to m into u dot plus qw minus rv Fi m into v dot plus ru minus pw Fz m into w dot plus pv minus qj. So yesterday we stopped here, I think. So we derived these force equations. You can say aircraft translational equation. This you can say aircraft translational. So fx, fy, fz. Okay, those things depends on u dot, v dot, w dot. So this is nothing but acceleration in x direction, acceleration in y direction, acceleration in z direction, right? So I hope you know this PQRs, rates, omega. Okay. So yesterday we discussed up to here. So we discussed up to this point, right? So any questions here? Yes? Yes, anyone? Any questions up to here? Yes? No? Let's see. Yes. Yesterday I given my mail ID, right? So if you have any questions, just you can mail me, right? So today we will derive moment equations, right? Yesterday we discussed force equations. Today we will derive moment equations. So yesterday we discussed already aircraft have 6 degrees of freedom, right? Aircraft have 6 degrees of freedom. But if you observe here, you are getting only 3 equations here. So is this derivation is over? No. Why? Because when you are saying 6 degrees of freedom, just definitely minimum you need some minimum 6 equations, right? So we derived only translational equations. What is that? We can say that is translational equations. So today we will discuss aircraft rotational equations of motion. Today we will discuss aircraft rotational equations of motion, right? So almost the derivation part is similar, very similar. Nothing, there is no that much of change. So almost what we have discussed previous class. So how we derived this force equation, okay, that force equation. So we are assuming some small mass delta m. So we are applying Newton's second law by using force is nothing but rate of change of momentum. So finally we are doing vector product, cross products. So finally we are getting these equations, right? So today we will discuss moment equations. So for this thing, same logic. We are assuming some small delta m, small mass element delta m. In the same way, we will give h angular moments. So finally, we will bring into rolling moment, pitching moment, and yawing moment. These are the functions of moment of inertias. We will get that thing. We will derive today. Yes. So in your previous class, we derived forces in x direction, forces in y direction, and forces in z direction, right? So today if you derive this moments, pitching moment, rolling moment and dying moments, these things in function of moment of inertia. So for that thing, the basic here what we are assuming, I mean at the end of the class you will understand, we are assuming this body fixed axis. What about this axis? Body fixed axis. We can assume as this body fixed axis as principal axis. What is that? Principal axis. Yes. This is one more assumption. Yes, we'll discuss that thing later. Just we'll start with the derivation part. How you will derive moment equation, right? How we will derive moment equation. We will derive moment equation. Yes. Same thing. You have to follow same logic to derive moment equation. So delta m bar moments, the small mass we are taking, right? So small m is equal to rate of change of angular moment. What is that? Rate of change of angular moment. Rate of change of angular moment. Rate of change of angular moments. Yes. What is meant by angular moment? Yes. Anyone? What is meant by angular moments? Yes. Angular moments. Yes. Angular moment. So you can define angular moment as in vector notation. Sorry. R bar cross V bar delta m, right? So you can represent angular moment as R bar cross V bar. What about R bar? Position vector, right? Position vector. R bar. This is R bar. This is V bar, right? So position vector. So if you take this, again, if you assume this V bar is nothing but velocity of the small elemental mass. This velocity is velocity of the small elemental mass. So already we discussed how we will represent velocity of the small element. So that V bar is nothing but velocity of the center of mass plus omega cross R bar. I hope you remember this from previous class, right? Yes, everyone? So if you substitute this thing in this equation, just substitute this V bar in this equation, what you will get? So you can say delta H angular momentum is nothing but summation of sigma of R bar cross V bar to delta m, right? Yes, everyone, substitute this V bar in this equation. Yes, everyone, just do this thing. Yes, fast. Yes, tell me. So if we observe here velocity of the small elemental mass, so this Vc is velocity of the center of mass. Vc is velocity of the center of mass. So if you substitute this, what you will get? H bar, I mean angular momentum is equal to sigma r bar, sorry, r cross Vc plus omega b cross r bar into delta m, right? So simply you are substituting in place of velocity vector, you are substituting this. Yes, velocity at center of mass plus omega bar cross r, right? Omega bar cross r bar. Yes, everyone. What about this delta m? Small elemental mass. Yes. Can you do this thing? Can you expand this thing for me? Yes, everyone. Yes. Just expand this term. Yes, yesterday already we discussed how to expand that. Yes, can you expand this? Sigma r bar delta m cross Vc bar plus sigma r bar cross right? So bring this thing out from this bracket. So r bar cross V bar, r bar. So mass here we are taking this delta m also, mass small elemental mass into Vc bar. This is somehow constant. So sigma r bar, so remaining part in this omega b cross r bar. Okay, angular velocity cross position vector, right? So in this equation, which term will become 0? Yes. Which term will become 0? Which term will give the expression for center of mass? Yes, anyone? In this equation, are you getting? In this equation, which term will give the expression for center of mass? Yes, anyone? So can I divide this thing is first part and this is second. Which one will give the expression for center of mass? Otherwise, which term will give 0? Result is 0. So definitely from previous class you can say this sigma r bar dot elemental mass. So if you assume this thing, this side and this thing, we are taking this point as center of mass. So this will become positive, this side will become negative. If you summation, if you give, that is summation, nothing but, right? So if you sum both things, you will get 0. Yes, that is nothing but expression for center of mass, right? So you can take this term as 0, right? Everyone? Yes? Any questions here? So can you expand this thing for me? So here if you observe first, omega b cross r bar, angular velocity cross position vector. So I think here we are not given position vector. So position vector is nothing but r bar is nothing but xi bar, xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, right? Xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, right? So just you have omega, we have r. Can you expand this? Yes, everyone, do this thing. So omega b cross r bar. So you know how to do cross products, right? Ijk, omega b is nothing but pqr. So r is nothing but x, y, z. If you do this thing, yes, do it fast. What you are getting? I into qz minus ry, qz minus ry, minus, take it as plus j into, generally pz you will write, right? So simply you can write rx minus pz plus k into py minus qx, right? Are you getting same thing, everyone? Yes. Just simply cross product. Yes. You know how to do this cross product, right? So finally you will get omega b cross r bar is equal to cross product of angular velocities, yes, or angular rates, cross product of angular rate with position vector. So finally we are getting this expression. Finally what do you want? So if you observe this expression, so again one more cross product is here, right? First you are doing this thing, next you have to do r bar cross omega b cross r bar. So just remember these terms. So I am erasing for space purpose, but you remember that, okay? So next step we will do r bar cross. A very important derivation, just everyone just remember. Yes, definitely you can expect some questions for university examinations, yes, from this topic. So just that's why we are spending this much of time in these expressions, right? Omega bar cross r bar. So just tell me everyone, same cross product I, j, k. Yes, we'll get x, y, z, right? Next here qz minus ry, rx minus pz, py minus qx, py minus qx, right? So just same, do it. I'm erasing this part. Just if you expand that, if you do cross products, you will find like this. So I into I into y into, you can write y into py minus qx, right? Into py minus qx minus z into, or you can write, already we are following this thing, right? Small z. So z into rx minus pz. Next minus j, you can take it as plus j. So you will get qz minus ry into y, z, j, qz minus ry minus x into py minus qx, py minus qx, right? Plus k, I will write here. Plus k into x rx minus pz minus y into qz minus ry. Yes, simply you are doing cross product, right? Yes. So here if you take omega bar cross r bar, so finally you are getting this expression. So if you do, where is that? Okay, we erased that part. Okay, no, don't worry, just will you final expression. So if you try to solve this, first you solve omega bar cross r bar, yes, you are getting qz minus ry into I cap plus j into r minus pj, j cap plus k cap into py minus qx, right? So you know omega bar cross r bar vector, you know r bar vector. So r bar is nothing but xyz. So if you do cross product once again, so finally we are getting this expression. So So if you observe, this is like somehow big expression, right? So if you saw like p y square, yes, p y square you will get here, and if you observe here, so you will get here p z square. So like that, some common term you will get p y square plus p z square, nothing but you will take it as p as common. So if you solve that equation, if you simplify that thing, finally you will get sigma p y square plus z square minus qxy minus rzx delta m plus so anyway, just you can take it as this is I cap, some more component you will get z cap, some more component you will get as yes. So why unnecessarily again, just we will take it as this is nothing but hx, we are deriving for h, right, moments, so we will get this is hx. Next hy, angular moments, hy is equal to sigma q into z square plus x square minus ryz minus pxy into delta m. Yes, anyone? Next, hz is equal to sigma r into x square plus y square minus pxz xz, right? Pxz, yes, pxz minus q yz, so delta m. Right, don't confuse, nothing, simply here you are expanding this p y square minus q yx, okay. Next, minus z rx, yes, so simply pqrs, we are putting pqrs in front row, right, so that's why this will become r zx, so this thing. Next, qxy, this part like what about this thing, you are getting y square py square, here you are getting py square, here you are getting pz square, minus into minus plus pz square py square. If you take it as p is common, so y square plus z square, like that. So if you do same thing, finally you will get these equations. Just try this thing, okay. Yes, finally you are getting angular moment in x is nothing but in the function of p into nothing but rates, right? Hy, angular moment in y direction. Next, angular moment in z direction. So over? Yes? Is it over? Yes, everyone? Yes? Is it over? No. Why? Because we are deriving angular momentum, we are not deriving angular momentum equations, we are deriving moments. In our aircraft terminology, what are the moments? If you observe, first we given moment equation, yes, like this, m is equal to summation of or rate of change of angular moments, but finally we need this m. What is this m? So yesterday we discussed force. What is this force? F vector, so fx I bar plus fy j bar fz k bar, right? Simply in the same manner, if you expand this m also, you can write mx I bar I cap my j cap mz k cap, right? You will get this. Are you getting, everyone? So simply if you expand this moments also, you will get. But what about these terms? Mx, my, mz. What are these? Those are force in x direction. So in yesterday's translational equations, when we are discussing translational equations, so Fx, force in x direction. So this is moment in, yes, moment along x axis. You can write like moment along x axis. What about my? Moment along y axis. So just use your basics and tell me what about moment along x axis? Moment along x axis. What is that name? Moment along x axis. X axis is nothing but here x axis, body fixed axis. Moments. If aircraft is showing some moments along x axis, that is nothing but longitudinal axis. Which type of moment? That is called rolling moment. Yes, that is rolling moment. Yes, those things we are deriving now. That is our target. But now we are discussing only up to angular moments. We need this rolling moment, pitching moment, and yaw moment. Yes, that is pending. Yes. How you will derive that? How you will derive that thing? So already we discussed this moment is nothing but, I am erasing this part. Just here up to here we discussed about angular moments. Yes, finally we need these moments. That moment is nothing but rate of change of angular moment. I hope you remembered this, like rate of change of angular moment. If any equation, rate of change of angular moments, so how you will expand this with reference to inertial frame of reference? You can take it as dh by dt into inertial frame of reference is equal to dh by dt body fixed omega cross h bar, right? That's why already we discussed. You can expand this expression like this. So already, so dh by dt, h components you have. Yes, already h components you have. So if you take these things, yes, here only it is there. So you have angular momentum. So these moments are nothing but, this is nothing but pitching, yawing, rolling. These moments are nothing but rate of change of angular moments. So how you will write in inertial frame of reference? Some vector. So that vector in inertial frame of reference is equal to that vector in body fixed frame plus omega bar cross that vector, right? So here h bar, angular momentum is the vector. So I am writing like this, right? So everyone, so already you have h, that is nothing but, h is nothing but hx I bar plus hy j bar plus h dead k bar. Are you getting, everyone? So already you have this hx. So you have to find dh by dt. In the same manner, omega bar cross h bar or hx. This whole thing is the hx. So if you want to simply, you can, yes, that is better, I think. Just these things you can replace p y square plus xz, this thing you can replace with summation of y square plus z square into delta m. This thing you replace with, that is nothing but your moment of inertia, right? So we can replace this thing with P Ixx minus Q Ixy minus R Ixz, right? R Ixz. So in the same manner you can replace this thing as Q Zx. So you can write as Q Iyy yes minus okay P, like that they are writing. You can write R Ixy minus P, sorry, R Yz, right? R Yz minus P Ixy. So you can write these terms in moment of inertia term, right? So in the same manner you will write R x square plus y square sigma of x square plus y square into delta m is nothing but R I z z. So minus P Ixz minus Q Iyz. So finally we are bringing this angular moments hx, hy, hz in terms of moment of inertia, right? So now you can find it easily, like omega bar cross h bar. So omega bar you know, so this h bar, so this is I component, P Ix minus Q Iy minus R Ixz, right? So omega is nothing but PQR. So definitely you will get in terms of yes moment of inertia only. Yes, are you getting this? So if you do this thing, if you observe this, here you have P roll rate. Again we are doing dH by dt. dH by dt. Here in this expression we have only PQR. Yes, PQR, nothing but angular velocities you have. Angular velocities. So again you are doing here dH by dt. Once again you are doing derivation with respect to time, right? So at that time you will get acceleration, nothing, that is nothing but P dot Q dot R dot. So generally I will give final expression, just you can do it this thing. So generally you can say rate of change of angular moments, that is, that thing is function of P dot Q dot and R dot, right? Are you agree with me? Because in this expression we have only PQRs, but if you want this rolling moment, pitching moment, yawing moment, so again you have to do, once again you have to do derivation. So at that time it will become P dot Q dot R dot. So again you have to do cross product, right? So finally if you expand this, equation, you will get finally if you expand that equation you will get just L cap is equal to Ixx P dot minus Ixz R dot plus QR Izz minus Iyy minus Ixz PQ. So pitching moments Iyy Q dot plus Rp Ixx minus Izz plus Ixz into P square minus Q square. Then what about yawing moments? N is equal to minus Ixz P dot plus Izz r dot plus pq I y plus I xx plus I xz qr. So if you expand that equation, previous equation, finally you will get these equations like rolling moment, pitching moment and yawing moment. Of course, if you observe here, so if you observe here, you have xx, zz and xz, yes? Then what about this xy, ixy and iyz? What happened to these terms? Ixy and iyz. What happened? So there is right, those terms are, we are taking 0. Why we are taking this ixy and yz is 0? Because initially only we are assuming aircraft is symmetrical about which plane? Aircraft is symmetrical about, yes everyone? Aircraft is symmetrical about xz plane, right? Aircraft is symmetrical about xz plane. So that's why ixy and iyz, these terms will become 0. Yes? Yes. So finally, this is the expression, somehow, some good expression. Again, if you want to simplify some more, like you can take it as this body fixed axis. You can say body fixed axis system as principal axis system. What is meant by principal axis system? So principal axis system, if you observe any principal axis system moment of inertia matrix, if you take principal axis system moment of inertia matrix, so finally you will get like this: ixx 0 0 0 iyy 0 0 0 izz. So what is meant by this? When you are assuming this body fixed axis as principal axis system, this products of inertia, this ixy, iyz, these are nothing but products of inertia, right? These terms will become 0. Only ixx, iyy, izz, these things only you will find. Remaining cross products are nothing but products of inertia will become 0. That's why, so if you assume, once again if you assume this, for this system, that body fixed axis system is principal axis system. So by the definition from principal axis system, only these three things will be exist and remaining things will become 0. So if you put that thing, and what will happen in this equation, only you will find this expression, this thing, everything will become 0, right? So in this expression, if you observe this one will become 0. Here this thing and this thing will become 0. What about this? These things also, right? Yes, here also these things also will become 0, right? Are you following everyone? Yes, this thing also become 0. Finally, you will get moments equation iyy. Finally you will get this rolling moment is ixx into p dot, pitching moment is equal to iyy into q dot, izz into r dot. So this is the final, if you take all those assumptions. So when you are deriving pure pitching motion relations, so at that time you will use this term, pure pitching, nothing but moment is equal to iyy into q dot. Yes, this L prime m n, and in the previous class we discussed fx, fy, fz. right? In previous class we discussed fx, xy, fz and L prime, M, N. These things we derived from, yes, our basic aircraft performance rules. Already there you studied what are the external forces acting on that aircraft. Because of that forces, what are the external moments acting on this aircraft, right? So you can say that L prime, this is nothing but sum of all external rolling moments acting on aircraft. This sum is nothing but sum of all external moments acting on the aircraft. This n is nothing but sum of all yawing moments acting on the aircraft. Same like, so here you are getting 3 equations, here you are getting 3 equations. Finally, we can solve this by using this 6 equations. Yes. So if you observe, very important equations, these are very important equations. So take it as, once again, so again, just if you see, we are assuming as aircraft is rigid body and we are taking inertial frame of reference as on earth, yes. And third one is we are assuming flat earth model. By these assumptions we derived aircraft equation of motions, that is nothing but translational equations of motions and rotational equations of motions. These moments are nothing but rotational equations of motion. Yes, once again go through this video, probably you will understand. If you have any doubts, just already you have my mail ID, just you can send it, your doubts. Yes, is it clear everyone? I hope everyone understand. Yes, thank you. Tomorrow we will discuss Euler angles, very important topic. So almost yes, this is the very important, this in this unit if you observe, very important. I discussed already your 4th unit and 5th unit. Just 5th unit is nothing but stability derivatives. That is subpart of 4th unit only. So we don't spend that much of time on that 5th unit. So simply, this hardly it will take 1 or 2 hours. So you can club that 5th unit into 4th unit. So we will spend some more time on this unit, right? By deriving these equations. Because this is new thing for you. Yes. Once if you understand these equations and remaining part is nothing, that is very easy. Yes. So study once again these equations. So H is, once again H is angular moment, omega is angular velocities, yes, and don't forget about this R is position vector and V is velocity vector. If we are taking V, that is for point mass, Vc is for center of mass, yes. Yes, once again revise these things. Thank you. Yes, you have to practice these things. Yes. Just everyone just practice these equations. Almost you are free only in home. So very important for this. These are very important for I told you for examination purpose also, for university examinations. Yes, just be prepared. I hope you understand this aircraft equations of motions. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Tomorrow what is our topic? Tomorrow is Euler angles. Yes, thank you.